Hello everyone, I am Parker, and I will continue to open mind in the previous lecture. The family. The question of children being the hope of the family is beyond doubt and holds for every ethnicity and family. The majority of families worldwide share this sentiment. Of course, there might be some exceptional cases, but those are few and far between, and we don't need to dwell on them. Regarding the concept of hope between families and children, there are indeed many differences. First, let's consider a normal middle-class family with a decent income. They have high hopes and expectations for their children's future success, aiming for significant achievements. The desire for their children to excel like a dragon rising to the sky is a common phenomenon. The majority of normal families, especially after the birth of a child, hold numerous expectations, and bluntly speaking, many of these are fantasies. With these expectations, they hope their children will grow up healthily, receive a good education, and eventually achieve a high level of success in the future. Among other aspirations, there are indeed abnormal family reactions as well. For instance, in impoverished countries and regions, their hopes for their children may be uncertain, and sometimes even the parents themselves don't know what to expect. In some remote, backward, and impoverished areas, even in certain countries, there may be minimal expectations for children. However, there are still many so-called hopes, like hoping that when their children grow up and succeed, the parents' own lives will change. Using a colloquial term, borrowing the child's light. Of course, not all families have high expectations, but this can lead to another serious issue, a desire to have more children. Why have more children? Because they don't know which child might succeed, become successful, or bring wealth. Thus, they pin their hopes on having more children. From their perspective, if one of them becomes successful, it will change their lives. This seems like a gamble based on probabilities. The mentality of this parent appears to be purely selfish and self-serving. How do we interpret such a form of family affection? We can discuss it further later. In some economically disadvantaged countries and ethnic groups, the arrival of a child may be met with an indifferent attitude. They might take a child's birth as a matter of fact, especially in extremely impoverished families where they hope for a male child to quickly help them with their livelihood and food problems. Considering the child merely as a labor force or a tool to be used, we cannot ignore this phenomenon because it is prevalent in many impoverished countries and regions. Therefore, understanding the concept of children being the hope of the family involves several aspects. Let's discuss and analyze these aspects one by one using our big tree thinking mode theory.
Tomorrow.